Hello, radiant soul of Taurus. I want to begin by greeting you with warmth and gratitude, because the simple act of arriving here and allowing yourself this moment already speaks of a quiet strength within you, a willingness to pause in the middle of everything that is pulling at you and give your heart the space it deserves. I want to thank you for choosing this time for yourself, for letting these words meet you in the stillness. Because what you offer to your own heart now is not indulgence, it is care. And it is the very foundation of the path that is opening in front of you. As we step into this journey together, I invite you to set aside the noise and the weight that has been filling your days, because I know that beneath the steady face you show to the world, your heart has been holding questions, longings, and even unspoken fatigue. Taurus, your nature is one of resilience and persistence, yet even the strongest roots need a moment to breathe, to take in nourishment, and to remember why they are planted in the first place. This is not about rushing you into choices or demanding that you arrive at answers you are not ready to carry. Instead, it is about walking slowly into the energy that surrounds you, uncovering the truth that has been quietly waiting to be seen, and allowing you to see not only the reflection of another person in your life, but also the way this season is shaping you, refining your strength, and calling you toward greater clarity. So let us begin here. Taurus, with openness and honesty, because what unfolds is meant to meet you exactly where you are. Taurus, as we step deeper into this space, the stars are already painting a clear picture of the energy surrounding you. And it is one that speaks both of stability and of the quiet pressure to evolve. With Venus, your ruling planet, shaping the current sky, the focus is undeniably on matters of the heart, values, and the way you allow yourself to receive. Venus whispers to you now about balance not only in love but in the way you hold yourself, the way you measure your worth, and the way you decide who and what truly deserves a place in your life. At the same time, Uranus continues its steady movement through your sign, and this has not been an easy influence for you. Because while Taurus seeks the comfort of the known and the reassurance of what is steady, Uranus asks you to break patterns, to shed the skin of the familiar, and to trust the disruption that leads to freedom. This push and pull has created a current within you, a sense that part of your life is ready for change while another part resists, holding on to what feels safe. Yet the truth is that both impulses are necessary, because growth without grounding leaves you unsteady, and grounding without growth leaves you stagnant. The moon's recent passage has also been tugging at your emotional core, stirring feelings that perhaps you had pushed aside, asking you to listen more carefully to what your body and your heart have been trying to tell you. There may be moments of restlessness, the moments when you feel both deeply connected and strangely distant at the same time. But this is the moon showing you that even your quiet strength carries tides within it, and those tides need space to move. Jupiter's influence now brings the possibility of expansion, a reminder that even in seasons of challenge, doors are opening, and opportunities are forming that you may not yet see. For Taurus, this energy is about learning to believe again, to trust that the seeds you planted long ago are still alive beneath the surface. Even if the growth has been slow to show itself, what you are being asked to hold on to is patience, but not passive patience, rather the patience that trusts the unseen process while continuing to nurture yourself and your path. This is the energy shaping your days, Venus asking for balance, Uranus stirring change, the moon calling for honesty with your emotions, and Jupiter reminding you that hope and growth are still moving in your favor. It is a landscape of both grounding and transformation, and you, Taurus, are being asked to walk it with steady steps, open eyes, and a heart that remembers its own worth. Taurus, when we turn inward, to look at your current energy and inner state, the skies reflect a mix of steadiness and quiet unrest. Pluto, positioned in a way that touches your sense of purpose, is inviting you to confront deeper truths about what you have been carrying. This is not surface-level reflection. It is the kind that asks you to look at where you may have compromised too much of yourself, where you have held back your own needs for the sake of peace, and where you are ready to reclaim the parts of you that have been waiting to breathe freely again. Mars is also pressing on you now, and this may show up as a desire to act, to push forward, or to break free from routines that feel restrictive. Yet, in the same breath, you may feel hesitation, as if one part of you is ready to leap and another part is urging you to stay still. This tension is not a flaw, it is simply your natural instinct to protect stability, meeting the cosmic push for growth. Your task is not to choose recklessly, but to honor the rhythm of your own readiness, to let action come from clarity rather than impulse. Venus, your ruler, continues to highlight your emotional landscape. You are seeking comfort, beauty, and belonging. But beneath that search lies a quiet awareness that what you desire must be mutual, not one-sided. Your heart is not content with half effort or with connections that do not honor your worth. This realization may bring moments of solitude or even frustration, but it also strengthens your resolve. It is teaching you to hold your ground gently but firmly, to remember that you deserve love that is both steady and true. Inside, you are balancing two truths, the longing for connection and the instinct for self-protection. You may feel at times that you are walking a fine line between hope and caution, between opening your heart and guarding it. This is exactly where you are meant to be. Taurus, learning not to abandon your depth in order to belong, and not to abandon your heart in order to stay safe. Your inner state is reflective, cautious, but also preparing. You are not stagnant, you are gathering strength, letting your emotions settle, and allowing clarity to form so that when the moment comes to act or to speak, it will come from a place of alignment. The cosmos is showing you that your greatest power lies not in rushing but in honoring your pace, because even in stillness you are moving toward transformation. Taurus, when we shift our gaze toward the person connected to you, the energy that surrounds them is layered with hesitation and awakening. Saturn's influence on their chart is strong, and this is why you may sense that they are caught between desire and restraint. Saturn asks for accountability, for maturity, and for an honest reckoning with the choices they have made or avoided. For them, this connection with you is not light or casual, it carries weight, and that weight is pressing on them now, urging them to decide whether they can rise to meet it with integrity. Jupiter is also active in their energy, expanding their awareness and showing them that what they feel for you is not fleeting. Where they may have once minimized or overlooked the depth of this bond, Jupiter has been opening their perspective, reminding them that this connection reaches further than surface attraction. It stirs in them a recognition that you bring stability, meaning, and a kind of grounding that they cannot easily find elsewhere. Yet with this realization comes both hope and fear, hope that something lasting can grow, and fear of not being ready to hold it fully. The moon casts its softer light over their emotions, and here is where the concealment lies. They may not show you all that they feel. They may keep words unspoken, and they may hide behind logic or distance, but this does not mean the feelings are absent. On the contrary, the lunar influence suggests that their emotions are strong, but that vulnerability unsettles them. They sense the pull toward you. But stepping into that space requires a level of openness they are still learning to allow. Venus, in tension with their personal planets, reveals longing. They are drawn toward the thought of partnership, of closeness, of sharing life with you in a real way. Yet this same longing is accompanied by caution. For some, external factors, responsibilities, past disappointment, or current commitments are delaying their ability to fully step forward. For others, it is simply the fear of losing control if they let their heart speak without restraint. And Uranus stirs quietly in the background, showing that a breakthrough is coming. For them, this may take the form of a sudden realization, a shift in circumstances, or even a conversation they did not plan to have but cannot avoid. The energy is moving toward disruption, but disruption that serves truth, a moment when hiding is no longer an option, and honesty must replace avoidance. So, Taurus, their energy toward you is a mixture of admiration, hesitation, and awakening. They are aware of your worth. They feel the gravity of this bond. And even as they hold back, the stars are guiding them toward a moment of clarity. They may not yet be ready to step fully into what they feel, but the cosmic current is moving them closer to facing it. Taurus, as we look forward into the unfolding of your path, the stars reveal a journey that is steady yet demanding, one that requires patience, trust, and a willingness to release control. Pluto continues its slow influence in the collective sky, reminding both you and this person that real change does not arrive through shortcuts. Transformation is gradual. It reshapes the foundation. And what is being asked of you now is the courage to let go of what cannot last and to allow what is true to remain. This is the essence of your shared future, not perfection at once, but the building of something real through honesty and resilience. Jupiter's alignment with Saturn becomes especially significant here. For you and this person, it speaks of the balance between growth and responsibility. There is the promise of expansion, of shared experiences, of a deeper connection that could grow into stability, but only if both of you are willing to meet the weight of it. Dreams alone will not hold this bond together. It requires presence, accountability, and the courage to face what has been avoided. When these qualities are embraced, the future is not just hopeful, it becomes lasting. Venus, your guiding planet, will soon move into a supportive position. And this marks a softening of energy, a window where communication feels easier, where reconciliation or clarity can flow. If there has been silence, this is a time when words may find their way back to you. If there has been distance, the air may clear enough for both of you to see each other honestly again. Venus does not rush, but it nurtures. And under her influence, the possibility of healing grows stronger. Uranus continues to remind both of you that surprises are part of this path. Soudain turns, unexpected décision, or revelations may alter the course, but they will serve the truth. What has been hidden cannot stay buried, and what has been resisted cannot hold forever. The future of this bond will likely include moments that feel disruptive, but those moments are the very catalysts that free you from cycles of uncertainty and open the door to honesty. Ultimately, Taurus, the stars show that your shared path carries karmic weight. This is not a fleeting connection, but one that pushes both of you to grow, to face yourselves, and to step into alignment. Whether this journey leads to lifelong partnership or becomes a turning point that awakens you to new possibilities, it is part of your soul's unfolding design. The universe is not asking you to rush, but to trust that each step, even the painful ones, is leading you closer to clarity, to self-worth, and to love that is real. Taurus, as we close this journey together, I want to leave you with words that do not just speak of the connection on your heart, but of the truth of who you are and the quiet strength you carry. You are standing in a season where the universe is asking you to slow down, to listen, and to honor your own rhythm. You have felt the pull of uncertainty, the longing for stability, and the weight of choices that are not yet clear. And still, you are here showing up for your own heart, refusing to look away from what you feel. That alone is courage. And it deserves to be acknowledged. The energy around you is not punishment. Taurus, it is preparation. Every delay, every silence, every unanswered question is giving you space to reclaim yourself. It is teaching you that your worth does not come from how someone else sees you, or whether they are ready to meet you in the ways you deserve. Your worth is constant, steady, and unshakable, rooted in the very earth that your sign represents. The cosmos is asking you to stand in that truth, to trust it, and to remember that love which requires you to shrink is not love that will last. Yes, there is possibility here. If this person steps forward with honesty and courage, if they allow themselves to meet you with the same steadiness you bring, the stars show that something lasting could be built. But even if they are not ready, your path does not end. Jupiter promise expansion, Venus whispers of healing, and Pluto reminds you that endings always make room for beginnings. You are not losing. Taurus, you are evolving. So take this with you. You are not defined by waiting, by longing, or by silence. You are defined by the way you rise, by the way you endure with grace, and by the way you transform even the most uncertain seasons into wisdom. You are a builder, a protector, and a soul who carries stability not as a chain but as a gift. As you move forward, trust that the universe is aligning you not with what diminishes you, but with what honors you. Trust that every step, even the hard ones, is shaping you into the truest version of yourself. Your story is not ending here. In fact, it is only beginning to unfold more fully. Whether this connection grows into something permanent or becomes the catalyst that awakens you to even greater love, the gift remains the same. You are learning to choose yourself, to stand in your own light, and to walk forward with patience and strength. That is your power, Taurus, and it is a power that no silence, no hesitation, and no distance can take away.